Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more BattleTech. Well, we are back with some pirate missions here today. In fact, we're here for some witness tampering, it seems. So we are ambushing a convoy today in the lowlands. So that'll be a nice change of scenery, but we will see what kind of mechs we can get. Now, the good news is there is some solid salvage on offer, so we will be going ahead and making sure we collect all of that. We often find that there's at least 2 lancers here, so there should be some good opportunity. This will help us out with the pirates. The Free Worlds League, they're not going to be too upset, all things considered. They're pretty close to the next bar, so all is well. Alright then. With the rest of these things, what do we have? We have 2.5 skulls. I think we'll keep the Phoenix Hawk and our Marauder. Salvage is a good idea, although, you know, I'm thinking we're going to go ahead and drop the Vulcan. I don't think that that's exactly what we need. I'm thinking maybe... You know what? Maybe we go for something a little bit more aggressive, like a Shadow Hawk. It's been a little bit since we brought one of those out. It's a short range thing, so we can easily jump that on in. We can destroy a couple of targets, maybe get a melee, and then our Marauder and our Black Knight should have a pretty decent targeting solution. Do we want to go with anything else, or is that going to be enough? You know what? I think that should be fine. LRMs could be useful, but I think... yeah, we should be fine. Alright, so let's just go ahead and deploy, and we'll see what the mission brings. Maybe we should switch out the archer, maybe we shouldn't, but all in all, I think we're going to be sufficiently prepared regardless of whatever it is we come across. Okay, so today's objectives are to go ahead and destroy the prisoner convoy and escape, and there's a bonus if we take out the convoy guards. Somehow we've let the Free Worlds League get their hands on one of our less reliable suppliers. It only took them a few days to break her, and now she's ready to spill all kinds of secrets in court. This isn't in our best interests, and since you're talking to us, it's not in yours either. We'd like to do a bit of witness tampering of the fatal variety. She's being transported to a secure facility by ground vehicle. We don't know which vehicle she'll be in, so just take them all out. If you help us send a message by wiping out all of the escorts, there's a bonus in it for you. Alright, Oliveria's notes are that this is exactly the kind of morally ambiguous job that makes me uncomfortable working with pirates. That's understandable.
Command interface initiated.
Our employees are signaling that the convoy... oh, pardon my yawn. Signaling the convoy has entered the region. Time to move out. Here's where we'll make contact with the targets. Once we start shooting, the convoy will probably make a break for it. Intercept them. Once they're dealt with, head to the evac zone for pickup or clear out the convoy guards. Your call. Good luck, Commander.
Lovely landscape here. Simply lovely.
Alright, so it looks like we got dropped off in a nice little lake. That is a rarity, but we'll take it nonetheless. We'll go ahead and... oh, you know, we've actually got a really good position here. Could easily cut them off. We've got some trees, some good cover. They'll stay along the road. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll just move up to the intercept point, and then we'll march along the road and deal with whatever we come across.
Location confirmed.
So let's go ahead and
Coordinates received.
with our faster mechs, we'll stay slightly further towards the denial zone, because again, we will easily be able to make up any lost ground. But we'll let the other ones move on up. Alright, so our Black Knight, let's go ahead and move you up here.
I've got eyes on the target.
Eyes on the target, you say, hey? Apparently not yet, but that's okay. Let's get the Marauder up and running.
Position confirmed.
The Shadow Hawk, let's go ahead and drop that into cover.
Got it.
And you, my friend, with the extra range finding suite.
Consider it done.
We do not quite get eyes on.
Well, what do we have here?
But we have some rough idea. Alright, so let's have a look and see what moves on up. We're looking at a 35 ton, an 80 ton, and a 55 ton. Alright, so all of these are... okay, only one of them is from the convoy. Alright, well, you know what? They're not going to do much damage to us here. We've got silly amounts of evasion and cover. Let's let them move on up. Even if they do manage to get eyes on, I doubt that they're going to be doing that much damage. And oh, it looks like they've blinked out of existence. Oh, okay, so my assumption is that they've got something with an ECM suite, either a Raven or a Cataphract. Let's just be careful. Yep, there we go. Popped out of the bubble. Alright, so first things first, a couple of LRMs? Maybe?
Light damage, Commander.
Alright, and what was that? Okay, LRM-10 and a Narc Beacon. Okay, well the Narc Beacon didn't get deployed.
I'm ready.
That's fine. We've got our Black Knight, which we can move up.
Aye, aye.
Let's see, the Marauder can also
Ready
do
for
this.
orders.
The Shadowhawk can move up forwards.
Reporting.
You know what? I'm a little bit cautious of that 80-ton vehicle. Let's bring the Black Knight forwards and down. We'll see if we can focus in on this thing. Yeah, at least we've got a fair bit of armor. Oh, and maybe, just maybe, they don't have a Cataphract. Maybe they backed up into cover. I'm not really sure. Let's have a look. Alright, what do we need here? We need a good 80 points of damage. 93. Okay, so all in all, we should probably just focus this thing down.
Primary target damage. Concentrate your fire and bring it down. Primary target damage. Concentrate your fire and bring it down.
Bye.
Alright, so that's the first one gone. So there goes their spotting. They're going to have to move on forwards, and that is a Shrek PPC carrier. Ooh, yes. Okay, snub PPCs. Alright, well, I'm glad we did manage to take that out. Otherwise, he definitely could have had shots at us.
Standing by.
The Marauder. What do we do here?
Receiving you.
You know what? I think
What's the plan?
Yeah.
given the circumstances, let's go ahead and sprint forwards into cover. Actually, you know what? No, let's not even take cover. I think what we'll do here is we will... got some alright movement. If we... You know what? I think we move as far as we can. We will not take cover. We'll move before a lot of these guys get a turn in the future. But this will at least give us better positioning to deal with our other threats. Although they do have another big vehicle back there somewhere. Alright, you know what? Never mind. We'll go ahead and we'll take the cover just to be safe.
On my way. Double time.
They do have eyes on us, so if it is an LRM carrier or something more dangerous,
Orders?
it's probably good to know about it.
You have orders?
Alright, so we can get eyes on the target right at the back there. That's probably not
Standing by.
helpful. Our Shadowhawk, we can jump as far as we can run. We can sprint. You know what? That would give us some eyes on that. The question is, do we want the cover or do we want to maybe go for a flank? I'm thinking we move towards a flank. Yeah, I think that that'll be acceptable. We'll see what there is. Alright, so what do we see? First... Oh. So I'm guessing those are LRM carriers. That said, we seem to be within minimum range. We took very little damage and... yeah, that could have been bad.
Awaiting orders.
And now we still have one more left. Let's go. Could jump, but we're not going to get shots on target. Looks like that Griffin is too far back. I guess technically we can fire at the PPC carrier, but again, we're not going to kill it. Not in one turn. So maybe what we do here is... Oh, you know what? That's a silly amount of evasion. That's some very solid cover. I think we'll take that instead. Alright, and it looks like 2 PPC carriers. Alright then. Maybe I was wrong about the ECM suite. Okay. Yeah, so 1, 2, the others don't really matter. The Bulldog's not that much of a danger. The Griffin is going to be annoying, but we can work with it. So, let's move on up. We'll maintain cover, and let's remove him from the field of battle. Then I think we start squishing some of these convoy.
On it.
Alright, so precision strike. Let's take out the mech that's sticking up over the hill. Oh, and that'll do it. Alright, fantastic.
Enemy down.
Alright, that's a 1 down.
Waiting for orders.
The Shadow Hawk, we do not quite have range. Yeah, we're not going to be able to melee. Yeah, jumping is not going to quite get us where we want to go either. I suppose... Let's see, the Bulldog, I'm really not that concerned about. Let's move... Oh, you know what? Maybe what we do is we move slightly further back. And we see where we can fire everything from. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. I think this is going to have to be the place where we attack them from. Yeah, we'll maintain as much evasion as possible. And hopefully we won't get shot in the back.
Confirmed.
Alright, so what do we see for our other units? We have an SRM carrier, an LRM carrier. Ooh, okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 mechs to destroy, and we need to deal with a few of these. Alright, so you're a bit of a paper tiger. We can destroy that fairly easily. In fact, both of you we could probably take out in one. We still have Cheese Goblin. He can probably jump on in for a DFA, or shoot them in the back. We still have the Black Knight as well. So my thoughts are... we're going to split some of our damage amongst these three. So, let's go LRM and you. Okay, so small laser is just going to put some damage on target. We go, let's see, 35 to the first one. We can follow that up with some SRMs 4, so that's 40, 70. Actually, you know what? Maybe we go ahead and we send you to B, and then you to B. There we go. So an SRM 6 and a medium laser. There we go. That should be a pretty good combo. Let's see how that plays out.
Multiple enemies locked in.
Alright, LRM carrier is still with us. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I underestimated things. Unfortunately, that small laser wasn't able to reach. Otherwise, I definitely would have sent that against one. Oh, we just spread out the damage a little bit too much. That's really inconvenient. Also, how on earth did we hit that LRM in the backside? That I do not understand.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, well then, if that's the case, let's go ahead and get creative. We're going to go... Oh, I'd love to say that we could go for a death from above and destroy one of these carriers. Who's yet to have a turn? The Bulldog? You know what? I think what we do is we reserve here, we let the Bulldog move first, and then we'll see what we can come up with between our Black Knight and ourselves. Alright, because this is going to do
minimal damage.
Some serious damage. Alright, so the Black Knight, we can only... Oh wow, okay, only the Bulldog and the PPC carrier. That is incredibly unfortunate. Alright, well... That is quite the problem, so I guess we'll have to focus on the biggest one first. Let's bring you up over here. We'll target PPC carrier. In fact, yeah, I think what we'll do is we will...
I'm walking here.
What we'll do is we will go with a... do we just go with an Alpha Strike 120? It's highly unlikely that we spread out the damage that much. Yeah, you know what? I reckon we can get the kill here with a full salvo. Let's just open fire.
Firing on target.
And the vehicle is down. Okay, thank goodness.
This is what happens when you hang out with bad people.
Yeah.
How might I help?
Alright, and now for the Phoenix Hawk. I think what we plan on doing is this thing needs to get shot in the butt. That should be easy enough to handle. You, on the other hand, need to be shot in the front. Ugh. Actually, no, it could shoot you in the backside or off to the right side. So 1, 2. Alright.
Reporting.
Let's go ahead and see what we can do here. If we go ahead and use our jump jets, we can maintain cover. We can fire the 2 small lasers at the SRM carrier, the others against the LRM. We can brace. Yeah, I think this is how we play this.
Here we go.
Alright, hang on a second. Vigilance, just to be safe. I really don't want us to get taken out here. So let's have a look. We're pretty well sorted to deal with this. Yeah, small lasers 36 and 24, both of which need to hit in the same location. Unless it's the front. Ugh. And then the U on the other hand. Not so good, but you know what? The LRMs I think we could maybe ignore. Let's instead just focus on the SRM carrier. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and we'll leave the LRMs for now, as painful as that's going to be, and the PPC carrier, and we're just going to destroy this thing. Yeah, it's best to be safe than sorry, and this thing is going to do a huge amount of damage if we don't get it. Alright, so it looks like we would have rolled...
Someone let me borrow their pom-poms and skirt, because I'm damn excited now.
Looks like we got the right amount the first shot, but again, we cannot risk it. That Shadow Hawk is fine because it's well within minimum range. The PPC carrier, though, oh, it's running up. Okay, that is... You know what?
Awaiting orders.
I am perfectly okay with this. That is a surprise and a welcome one at that. You don't really matter because as long as we melee, that'll be what? 65 plus whatever else. Yeah, let's just go ahead and destroy this thing. We'll attack from behind, so we're more likely to hit it in the soft spot.
Be there in a jiff.
There we go. Okay.
Physical attack.
Well, that is the major danger gone, and I doubt there's going to be too much for us to really clear up.
Reporting. Vehicle destroyed.
Receiving.
Alright, so you know what? Maybe we just come on in for melee and we just crush these things. Yeah, we're going to have the perfect opportunity to do so. We may as well. There we go. Escorts are down. Good work, Commander. Let's wrap this up.
Well, that's one less vehicle.
Alright,
Good to
and
go.
you know what? What do we do here? We could go for a melee. Do we go for a DFA just to see how that plays out? No, that's only 85%. Let's not risk it. Let's just go ahead and we'll move on in for the attack.
On my way.
Alright, well,
Inbound, Commander. I'll meet you at the LZ.
a little disappointing as far as our enemies are concerned because we went for a whole heap of salvage. But that is what it is.
Mission successful.
Alright, you never know. For some reason they could have rolled up another couple of mechs, some heavier ones, rather than those snub-nosed PPC carriers. But, oh well. It is what it is. We destroyed the escorts, got an extra 25% on our pay, which is delightful. No injuries were taken, which is the main thing. We can take home a Griffin, and then... I guess we just focus in on the best weapons available. And that is... yeah, very much shortchanged on that one. Oh man, that is disappointing. But oh well, it is what it is. I don't think we've ever had a mission where we've only ever dealt with a singular mech and the rest were vehicles. But hey, at the end of the day, we got paid nonetheless, and we didn't lose anything through the engagement, so it's not the worst. Alright, so let's have a bit of a look. Yeah, I think we've just got the one mission left. Alright, cool. Well, as soon as Yang is finished overlooking our new Griffin, we will get up and going. So, once again, let's go ahead and... looks like we're fighting in the Badlands. 3 skulls. Let's see what we can do. So, what do we see here? Satellite surveillance pictures shows that a heavy lance was inserted onto the planet's surface by a Canopian dropship. We believe they're securing their LZ, preparing for whatever operation they have planned. Before they finish securing the area, we'd like you to interrupt them. They're heavily armed, so expect strong resistance. Alright, and if they just set down, they may not be battle ready. We might catch them with their metaphorical pants down. Well, that sounds desirable. Yeah, easy payday is always good. I think at the moment we'll just focus on the full mech worth of salvage parts, just that way we can yeah, take what we need, but we're not overselling ourselves there, and we can also get a decent amount of pay. I think that will be the way to do this. And then, you know what, let's maybe drop the Phoenix Hawk. The rangefinder is nice. Maybe we drop the Shadowhawk. Alright, you know what? We'll drop the Shadowhawk and we'll replace it with some LRMs. At the moment, the only one that we've really got kitted out for that is our Archer. So that'll be fine. We'll go ahead and we'll bring that along and we'll see how that works. Also too, if you would like to join in on the fun and shenanigans of our missions, Leviathan Smart is still hiring pilots. If you would like to join on the crew, all that we need is a first name, last name and call sign left in the comments below or on the community post over in that section. Yeah, we'd love to have you, and again, I can't guarantee that you'll necessarily survive, but I can guarantee that it will be a good deal of fun. Alright, so, that is... Oh, wait, we've already read all of this. Okay, well then, I'll just hit the pause button, and I'll come back when the game is ready. Okay, and the mission is go. Let's begin.
Command interface initiated.
This is where the satellite pictures showed the hostile lands touching down. Move up and make contact. Let's see what we're dealing with. Expect serious resistance. Olive area out.
Time to get dirty.
Alright, so let's have a look. We've got enemy units. They look like they're up over here. Okay, well, we're not taking the lower path. That would just be foolish. Looks like we've got a good path up around here. I think we might try and capitalize on that. So let's get moving. We'll see what we can do. As for our Archer, that's all good. And our Phoenix Hawk. Well, you know, technically, we might be able to sprint down. You know what? No, let's just stick with the others for now. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Alright, but if we can find a nice vantage point for us to look out on, I might be willing to take it. Alright, so let's go up to the top. Let's follow that road. Ooh, and we have contact. So, first mech is a 70-ton. Second mech is a 50-ton. Okay. So, he's out of the way at the moment. I think we'll let him be. Let's focus in on all of these guys. We've got the maneuver on them because of the road access. We'll leave that other one by himself. That is perfectly decent. We'll keep you somewhat out of danger. And our Phoenix Hawk. Let's go and move you all the way up. Oh, okay. More sensors beeping and whatever else. Alright, 40-ton mech added to the thing. Alright, let's go ahead and reserve. We'll bring them to us.
Tactical advantage.
I doubt that they're going to get eyes on us. Oh, no, I tell a lie. It looks like they have a cicada. Alright. Do we let them take some shots? 70 tons. They could have missiles. You know what? Our evasion's not going to be as good again this mission, so let's just see if we can capitalize on what's available. Oh, and it looks like no shooting of LRMs.
Yes, Commander.
Well, well, well. That must mean
Standing by.
there's some issues there. Let's go. Let's see. Technically, we can get shots on target. And you know, we're not going to see anything else, although I would prefer the 70-tonner if possible.
Orders? Awaiting orders.
You know what? Let's go ahead and move up and we'll see what we see. And then we'll decide what we want to do.
Moving out.
Ah, grasshopper. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. They could have fired some LRMs, but I can understand why they would move instead. A singular LRM-5 is not exactly devastating. Let's go multi-target. We'll go ahead and fire up both of these. We'll go... Actually, you know what? We'll even drop off one of those medium lasers. Yeah, the smallest amount of heat possible is fine. but we'll save our heat for the next rounds. Again, it's only doing 40% damage anyway. Alright, structure is exposed. Ooh. Okay, makeshift. You're also makeshift?
I'm here.
Alright, curious. Let's see, we could move up and get a kill.
Receiving you.
Grasshopper, do we go ahead and see what's back down there? Or do we possibly sprint up here so we can take some good salvage on the next turn? That is the predicament.
Ready for orders.
Alright, you know what we're going to do? We're going to move the Black Knight up. We'll do that for now.
Onward.
We'll see if we can get the kill on the cicada. I don't think we really need much of a 2A. I'm pretty sure we've already got one of those in storage. So let's just open fire. See if we can earn some extra resolve, but I guess not quite. It's close to death.
Orders.
Our Marauder.
Standing by.
You know what? Let's just move you up over here. We'll go ahead and we'll target the cicada. Oh, in fact, what is that? The right arm, the left side. Okay, maybe we just go head first. Yeah, I don't think we need quite the same. Oh no, never mind. It doesn't seem to change our angle of attack. 75, 75. And it's all much of a muchness, so I suppose we'll take as much evasion as possible.
On my way.
Keep it safe from whatever it is down over there with 50 tons.
Firing on target.
Alright, so there goes a leg and a torso.
Think I hit something good.
So that's another 2 injuries with the knockdown. So I guess as a gunner he has at least 1 more point remaining.
Yep.
Alright, but that will slow him down, which is perfectly acceptable to me. Let's move up as far as we can. We'll see about taking the Grasshopper with the Marauder on the next round.
Yeah.
Alright, so, oh, I guess that thing can technically march its way up here
Yes,
too.
Commander.
Alright, so that's initiative of 2.
How might I help?
Could finish that off with Phoenix Hawk. Yeah, look, you know what? Let's not be too silly here. We'll go for a quick jump over here, just to maximize our damage because of our vectored thrust kit.
Going skyward.
We'll aim for the cicada. We'll try and take it home.
Confirm.
Alright. That is destroyed.
That's a kill.
We don't have to worry about our Marauder getting shot in the back. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and you know what?
Light damage.
Ems.
Holding firm.
This makes me think that this is going to be a trebuchet, but we'll get to that when we do. Let's move. Let's see. You know what? Those are some pretty solid odds. Let's move on up.
On my way.
Let's see what we can do here. If we can get the headshot, that's great. If not, there's a solid chance we might be able to sweep the leg. Alright, well, we did get an injury. It's still going to be kicking. Oh, and they have friends. No? No, not friends. That is the 4th mech, right? For some reason, I was thinking we'd already done enough. I guess not. Alright, well, you know what? Our shots are looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and follow this up. Yeah, if we can get the kill, we can get the kill. If not, oh well. We'll see what we can come up with. Alright, 17%. Let's see what we can do.
Engaging.
Ooh. That looked pretty solid.
Do the math, Chief. 1 less target.
Alright, fantastic news.
What's up, boss?
That just leaves Big Man left. Let's go ahead and reserve for a second. We'll see if... No, they're not coming any closer. We can sprint, or we could just go for a regular walk. And that would mean we can get a ping on the closest target. You never know.
On the move.
Could be useful. Let's go ahead and see what we're dealing with.
Got a lock.
Okay, it's a Centurion.
Oh, it's on now.
Alright, well that's bad news for him because that means we're going to have some better, what do we call it?
Aye, aye.
Some better defensiveness with their sensors being locked.
What's the plan?
Phoenix Hawk could open up. You know what? Let's just reserve. We'll bring them to us,
Reserving action.
and we'll make them work for the opportunity to attack us,
I'm ready.
which does not look like it's panning out too well for them. Alright, let's bring our Marauder up. We'll take our first shot. Looks like they have a Wolverine back there, but that's for next turn. Let's go ahead. Alright, that looks pretty lethal.
Alright, hit him hard now.
There we go.
That one's gone.
Hard to survive that. And now, what have we got?
Ready for orders.
I guess we can move our Black Knight up. We can, in fact, go for another precision shot, so I suppose we will. Yeah, why not?
Rolling.
Let's go ahead and we'll vent our coolant because this is a little bit of a toastier place. And there we go. Alright, some solid damage reduction. Ooh.
The Cobra strikes.
But between the ammo... Oh, hang on. Between the ammo explosion
Heads
and
up,
the
Commander.
torso...
You've got hostile contacts inbound.
hang on a second, let's just see. Okay, so we got a head hit, so that's one injury. A second injury from the torso, and a third from the explosion. I guess he's not feeling too good.
Commander.
No sign on the LRMs over here.
Yes, Commander.
I guess we'll go... You know what, let's get Cheese Goblin sprinting his way across. Yeah, we'll head down over here. We'll see what we can do.
Full speed ahead.
Okay, and we have eyes on targets. Fantastic. Alright. Good scouting there, buddy. What do we see? Trebuchet 5N. Well, we've already got one of those, but that's okay. Let's bring our archer. Ooh, now this is a tricky part. Which one do we want to fire at? Maybe we fire at both. Yeah, why not? If we get the kill on the Wolverine, it's not the be-all and end-all. Actually, we're not going to get the kill there. Highly unlikely. Actually, you know what? Maybe we try and take out the leg. That'd be an extra injury. If we hit the center torso, well, then we don't have to worry and we can bring our heavier mechs in to fight these guys. Yeah, you know what? I think that's an acceptable plan.
Locked on target.
Alright.
Once more under the breach, dear friends.
Not quite as we wanted it, but that's fine. Looks like they can fire some LRMs. Minimal damage there to our Phoenix Hawk.
Barely hit, Commander.
What do you need?
Alright, so... Rannick, what do we do here? Well... Got some solid shots even all the way from back here. I guess that's probably the way that we play this. Yeah, we may not get all of our...
Reporting.
Yeah, because if we go with the Phoenix Hawk, as much as I'd love to go for that, we're not going to get half as much of what we
Ready
want.
for orders.
And the Black Knight's not going to have an opportunity to get the shot before he moves anyway. So you know what, I guess we do shuffle the Marauder this direction.
Copy that.
We'll see what we can hit. Alright, let's go for that headshot again. Let's drop off a laser or two. In fact, you know what, we can probably drop a third. There we are, we'll try and stay heat neutral there so we've got more fire on a future turn if we need it. Although, yeah, no, you know what, we'll run with it.
Firing.
Alright, there goes the center torso.
Target eliminated.
Yep. Alright, I wasn't too concerned about that thing going
You have
down.
orders?
Let's go ahead and reserve. We'll see if we can draw any of the other mechs towards us. You never
Holding.
know.
For an advantage.
Oh, here's a catapult.
Standing by.
Alright, so technically speaking, we can fire our large lasers at them. I don't really know if that's desirable though. Maybe we go for a sprint instead. Yeah, let's make it a little bit easier for us to catch them on the next one. We'll even get to the road. That'll give us some good maneuver. And that'll cool us right back down again too. So that should be more than we need.
Waiting for orders.
Big man here in the archer. I guess we'll take out the... I guess we can fire a shot at either.
Got it.
Yeah, that'll be fun. We'll just eliminate some of their evasiveness.
Firing on multiple enemies.
Looks like we almost took out one of the pods. Yeah, very much almost took out that LRM-15. Let's go... What have we got? We're not going to have the range. I guess if we use our jump jets, we're still not within range. You know what? Maybe we just go ahead and use our jump jets anyway. We'll go ahead and we'll fire on the trebuchet at the back there. We'll see if we can salvage the catapult. And ooh, they have another C1. Okay, well... Actually, they have a lot of LRM-15s and a decent number of medium lasers between all of these guys. Alright, well then, let's just go ahead and start clearing this one up.
As you wish.
Oh, and a lot of shots were very well on center target.
Borrow their pom-poms and skirt, because I'm damn excited now.
Alright, let's see what this guy does. Trying to get through some of our evasiveness. Hard to hit, which is what we desire. Our Marauder. I don't think we're going to gain position here, so we'll ignore you for now. The Phoenix Hawk. I guess technically we could move up and take a shot at the catapult. Try and snipe him out of the cockpit there. He's already a bit weak. It's not the be-all and end-all, although that trebuchet could be annoying. You know what? It's all good. Let's go ahead and give this thing a chance. In fact, let's use as much evasion as possible. There we go.
Here we go.
Let's see what we can do. Alright, well that's not going to be helpful.
Target's taking a critical hit.
You know, that thing might even try and come in for a melee.
For orders.
Should probably have reserved, but it is what it is. Alright, shots on our archer. That's fair game, I suppose.
Damage is light.
I await your command.
Let's see. We have solid shots on that trebuchet. Yeah, I thought we could get the kill here. Alright, well then, let's just move up as close as we can. We'll take care of that.
I'm walking here.
And then we'll deal with the rest as time goes by. Yeah, 90 points in the center. Not much.
Loaded.
Alright, CT down.
Tango down.
Alright, well that'll keep our Phoenix Hawk rather safe. I think we'll go ahead and we will sprint. We will be out of range. Let's just move up over here. Alright, and I guess we're going to cool on down.
Yes,
Alright,
Commander.
who's left? Looks like just our Marauder. Sorry, not our Marauder, our Archer. Let's go ahead and pick up some cover. I suppose that would be somewhat wise. Or maybe, hang on a second, what we could do here... Let's reserve. This guy will get a turn, although... if we take out his LRM-15s, he might be a little bit more inclined to try and melee. Could be the case. It's not like we're going to be able to knock him over. You know what? Let's go ahead and we'll give the reserve. It's not like he's going to die on this turn. We'll let him make a choice. Yep, that's fair. Take your shots, and then what we'll do...
I laugh at your puny attack.
Yeah, as it moves, we'll then use our
What's up, boss?
we'll use our archer here to go ahead and take shots and remove its evasiveness. All right, that's how we'll play this.
Copy that.
All right, do we go all out on the one? You know what? Nah, let's just go ahead and split fire. You never know, we might get a lucky headshot.
Multiple enemies locked in.
Still trying to pick up some salvage though, so it's not the end of the world if we don't core these things. Alright, well that'll do.
Reporting critical hit.
Alright, so, top of the order. Back to us. Let's get Rannick moving forwards. Full salvo should be viable here. Oh, actually, you know what? What have we got? 85s, 95s. 95s. Okay, well then I guess this is the position to move.
On it.
let's get this ready and see what we can do. Alright, lethal damage, and we somehow kept that center torso in one piece.
Hostile eliminated.
That is lucky. Alright.
Yes, Commander.
Cheese Goblin, you're getting awfully, you know what? Let's just move up and see if we can do another precision strike. We've just replenished some of our resolve thanks to our kill just then. Let's see if we can clear this up quicker.
I understand.
Worst comes to worst, we just have to destroy this thing straight up, which honestly is not going to be very hard given the current shots. Alright, let's move on up. We'll fire our large lasers. We'll see if we can get this with a precision strike. If not, we'll just fire LRMs.
Engaging target.
Alright, well, that was not quite what we needed. Oh no, I tell a lie. That was incredibly close to what we needed. Now all that we need is a singular LRM to hit the head and we are all good. We'll move on over. 95% is very, very solid. Let's see what we can get.
Affirmative. Critical hit, Commander.
And would you believe it, that thing is alive. Okay. Not much in the way of damage, but again, not a huge concern.
Folks, let's get this done.
Sure. Let's bring up our Marauder.
Got it.
And let's finish this once and for all. There is no way he's going to survive this. He's only got 4 points of structure in the head, 40 in the center, 51 on the side. Yeah, this guy's toast. Alright, and that was lethal damage. Still keeping that core intact, which is fantastic. Alright, well that's the last of them, Commander. Let's dust off and go home.
Mission successful.
Alright, alright. Now, the good news for us is we should be able to take home some decent salvage. Something that's probably worth selling. We got 355,000 C-bills. That is very nice. No injuries, just a little bit of armor. Alright, so let's have a quick look. Centurions. Is this something that we need another one of? No. Looks like we've already got one of those in storage. We've got the Catapult C1. I know that for certain. What else is there? The Cicada 2A. We already have one of those in storage. The one that we're actively looking for in the Cicadas is the 3C. So... yeah, need that. The Grasshopper, I think we're good in that regard as well. Yeah, we have the 5H, and we have the Trebuchet 5N. I'm pretty sure we have all of those. Yes, we do. We already have one of them, and same with the Wolverine 6K. Okay, so that does leave us with an interesting question as to what we want to take. I'm thinking we just take a mech. Yeah, there's some nice weapons here. There's even a nice melee mod and whatever else, but again, I think something we can sell is probably ideal. So let's start with the Grasshopper, and we'll see what the rest is given to us as. Alright, so we got part of a catapult, and then some miscellaneous weaponry. Very disappointing considering how much we had managed to salvage, but it is what it is. Beggars can't be choosers. We took the we took the cream of the crop. So anything else we get is just, well, it's just a nice thing to have. Alright, so that now means that is our final mission on this planet over and done. That means we should probably go ahead and start selling off our excess and then going into the, what do we call it? The black market to purchase ourselves a nice little mech or so.
That mech you asked is cleared for fighting.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll throw that off. Alright, thank you very much. Alright, so let's do things first. We have the medbay upgrade. That's going to take us 7 days. If we have a look at our ship upgrades, we have one final one remaining after this, 2.7 million. So as long as we've got that at the end, that's the main thing. Extra medical points, less chance of death from incapacitating damage, and less chance of death from lethal damage. That would be very good. That upgrades all of our med bays into hospital bays. Okay, so for now, let's go ahead and pass the store. We're going to go ahead and start selling. I know the price point is the same whether we're at the black market or not, but I'd like to think that since we've got a good reputation with these guys and a good discount, we would give them our business first. So let's find something that we can sell. Well, we know that we're going to have anything that's got 2 of we can get rid of. Oh, there's one grasshopper. We'll sell off one of those. Extra 700,000 sea bills. We can sell off a second griffin for another 500. Oh, same for each griffin. Very nice. And then anything else? Oh, we see a locust. It's only 174,000. That's not too bad considering. And then, yeah, I'm really not seeing anything that's going to be, I don't think there's anything else. Oh no, we have a wolverine. Alright, well, we'll sell off one of those two. That'll do nicely. Alright, and then I guess we have a whole bunch of other weapons and stuff that we could technically sell. Let's see. I think we'll keep the AC2s for now. We'll keep the AC5s. We've only got a handful of those. AC10s, we can probably keep what we've got there. Same with the 20s. Anything with a particularly high number? Large lasers? Yeah, we'll keep those for now. Okay, LRM10s. We probably don't need that many. We'll go ahead and we'll sell off a couple. There we go. Keep the modified ones. LRM15s. Again, we've got better modified ones. Oh no, we've only got modified ones. Okay, LRM20s, what about you? Probably... You know, we'll hold off for now, you never know. Medium lasers. Now, this is something we can definitely go ahead and get rid of. We have... What's this? 1, 4, 5, 6, 7... 8, 9, there's at least a good 10 or so. Let's sell off just over half of these. I think we'll keep 8 regular lasers, sell 15, that seems decent enough. Pulse lasers we're maintaining, machine guns we're maintaining. And I think... Yeah, no basic PPCs to sell, small lasers, 11. 2, 3, 4. We'll sell about half of them, I guess. And then I think that's about all we could do. Yeah, SRM4s, we've only got the basic ones. SRM6s, I guess we could get rid of a couple. And then that seems to be about the end of it now that we're getting into all of our other stuff. Heat sinks, we're going to keep that. 33, yeah, we could burn through them fairly quickly if we weren't careful. I'd rather have them and not need them than need them and not have them. Jump jets for small mechs, you know what, that we can sell off a fair few of. We'll keep 6 at the moment. We'll collect some more as time goes by. And then TTS's ammo and whatnot, we'll always keep the ammo for now. Yeah, although 14 tons of SRM ammo is a little bit excessive. Let's go back down to a half dozen tons. In fact, we'll go to 8 tons of LRM ammo too. There we go. That should be more than we need. Alright, so that leaves us with 12.1 million sea bills. Let's go ahead and start purchasing some things. So, what did we want from here? Well, unfortunately we're short on buying a crab with all of those beautiful double heat sinks, but the weapons, you know, we're paying a premium for something we're not going to get full access for. We may as well just take the chassis that is at least built in with double heat sinks, so that could be very nice. We have talked about picking up another 50-ton mech for our lighter lancers, so I think we'll go ahead and we'll buy the 27B.
New equipment available.
So we'll go ahead and get that done. We'll drop off, I think we drop the fire starter at this point. It's a nice mech, but it's a light mech. It's, I don't know, I just don't really see us... Oh, actually, hang on a second. The fire starter is worth more than the Vulcan. Huh. Maybe we drop the Vulcan then. Yeah, this thing has pretty good heat efficiency. I think its movement is slightly better. Yeah, in fact, I'm guessing this thing's probably got... Yeah, you know, let's keep the fire starter. Let's drop the Vulcan for now. Yeah, let's drop the Vulcan. There we go. We'll keep the crab. That still leaves us with 8.1. We need... What was it? We needed, what was it? 2.7 for our final, what do we call it? Upgrade. So we'll hold on for that. Let's see, the LB5X, that could be a bit of fun as well. The Pulse could be alright. Snub PPCs. Oh, here we go. UAC 20 with 3 tons off. Alright, that's what we're doing. We're going to go ahead and upgrade our Marauder once again for something absolutely scary.
New weapon systems available.
That'll do nicely. The cockpit mod we can probably pick up as well.
New equipment available.
The gyro, 2.7. Look, don't get me wrong, it's nice, but I don't think we need it. We're not picking up the TTS. I think that's about everything we'll purchase from here. We could maybe go with the LB5X. That isn't bad as far as stability and damage is concerned. 60 with both is pretty good. It's also another ton lighter, which is also quite good. It's only 200,000. Let's pick that up.
New
We don't see them very frequently.
available.
And then I guess... that is about everything that we can do, so... Yeah, look, again, I like the small pulse, but at that price point, I'm not sure if it's really worth it. Yeah, same with the medium pulse. Let's go ahead and check out the system store as well, just on the off chance. Now, an Archer 2S, that is one that we do not have access to right now, and that has more missile hardpoints. That could be a nice upgrade from our 2R, but again, we do not have the money. Let's see, the Flea, we could work on some parts, but again, I think we'll try and salvage what we can. A Highlander, beautiful mech, but unfortunately not. Thunderbolt, the Victor 9S. Now, I don't think we have one of those, no. I don't think we ever have, but we're not going to pay money for this. I think we'd rather save our cash for particularly good black market deals. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Let's see, anything else? Snub PPCs, we do have one here with extra damage. Extra stability as well if we desired. You know what? We'll go ahead and we'll pick up the one with extra damage. That'll do.
Available.
And then I guess that is all we'll... Oh wait, no, we do need a ton of LB5X ammo. However, hang on a second, let's just double check. Do you guys have that ammo? No, you don't. Okay. Well then, if that's the case, we'll go ahead and pick some of that up, because we do now have a weapon for it.
New equipment available.
Alright, and I think that that is fairly good. Let's just double check. If we were to quickly see our ammunition stores. Got 2 tons of AC-20 ammo. We'll probably need to chuck in a bin or 2 more for our Marauder, but that should be okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and... Oh, actually, do we have much time to repair these things? We've got the Banshee that's getting worked on, the Centurion, Hatchet Man. Okay, so I think our play here is that we'll go ahead and we'll directly upgrade the, what do we call it, the Marauder. We'll make sure that that UAC 20 goes in there. That is going to possibly cause us a little bit of trouble with the heat. But at the same time too, we could always just drop off some of the other weapons, as in not fire them if on the same turn. Also too, if we can save a little bit of extra tonnage, that could also be quite nice. So we'll see what we can do there. And then, yeah, I think... probably not going to need too much more time. I think that's probably going to be close to what we need. So we'll just see what we can do here. Alright, so this AC-20 is 14 tons. This UAC-20, hang on a second. That is 12 tons. So this thing will buy us 2 tons off. Well, that's delightful. That is absolutely worth doing. And then as for our ammunition, what have we got? We have 5 bins, so that's 5 rounds. I guess we need another 2 tons of ammo. Crikey, this thing is going to be packed to the rafters with damage. And that keeps us heat neutral. Oh, sorry, not heat neutral, weight neutral. Alright, so I guess we do the TTS for the accuracy. It only weighs 1 ton and 2 spaces, so I guess it's worth keeping. How have we got one that's got +3 for accuracy, but only weighing 1 ton and 2 spots? I do not know. Hang on a second. Let's take a look at some of our other TTSs. Yeah, so we have another one here for 3 accuracy for energy, which is 3 tons, 2 slots. Well, I do not know how we did it, but we've managed to pick one. Oh, hang on a second. I think it's the extra plus point. Ah, okay, so that saved us the tonnage is my guess. Yeah, that'll do it. Alright, so we'll keep that for now. Let's see, do we upgrade the weapons while we're here? This is already a 3-day endeavor. Let's have a quick look. Medium lasers. Have we got extra damage? We do. Alright, so let's drop off the basic one. We'll chuck on extra damage. We could go for some extra accuracy. Oh, actually, you know what? Why not? Let's go ahead and get rid of all of those. Let's have a look. 5 damage is probably worth it. And then accuracy and critical. Accuracy in general. You know what? I think what we'll do is we only need a moderate. We'll take a moderate boost, but we have some really solid accuracy with Rannoch, so I'm not super concerned about that. And then, you know what? Let's go for yeah, we'll just do that. So we've got some extra damage over here, some damage over there, some extra critical. Some basic accuracy buffs, but nothing too ridiculous. We'll save the ones with a much higher accuracy and critical for other mechs. I think that is the way to play it. So that'll be 4 days. That'll be fine. Definitely are going to need some more heat sinks if we're going to make this thing work in the long term. But until we get doubles, we're kind of a little bit... Oh, actually, you know what? We have a singular double heatsink, don't we? Alright, you know what? Let's go ahead and we are going to drop... yeah, we're going to go ahead and drop one of the heat sinks and chuck in the double instead. It's not going to do much for our heat efficiency, but it does have to be done if we're going to be able to make our way through things. Unless... No, I was about to say maybe a... what do we call it? An exchanger. 48 heat, so let's think. If we were to think about things as far as an exchanger is concerned, that would cost us 4 tons, which would be all of our heat sinks, but it would be 20% damage, 20% heat off. That'd be 1/5, so that'd save us 10, 10, and then what we'll call it 2 for all of these. So that'd be 22 heat. It probably would be worth doing, all things considered. Yeah, but for now, we're just going to have to leave it be. We do not have an exchanger, so we're just going to let things stay as they are. The TTS... Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe we chuck in a gyro. We've already gone this far into modifying this thing. Let's go ahead and make it a little bit better. Let's throw on... What do we want? Hit defense? No, more or less want stability if we're going to get it. Yeah, stability is the way that we want to go. So we'll just confirm as is. As after all, even if we do take a little bit of damage, it's not the end of the world. We've got that cockpit mod to mitigate any any injuries. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll put that at the top. 5, 6, 7. Then we'll have another 9 days. So that's 16 in total. That's more than we're going to have time for in any amount of travel. So let's head to navigation and have a bit of a look around. So Thurrock is where we are. We've gone ahead and we've already travelled past Hastur. There we go. We'll zoom in a little bit more. I'm thinking... Ooh, that could be possible. 2 skulls, 12 days, 60,000. We've already visited here before, so I doubt that there's going to be much for us. We also do have a flashpoint down there. Okay, you know what? Maybe we go ahead and we zip over here. We'll check out the black market that we haven't visited. Then we can head down to Joppa. We could head to LOA or even whichever else. And then we've even got... Oh, that's right. The Tournament of Champions is this one, isn't it? Yeah, because I think we've already had a look at this before. Assuming the game doesn't want to choke. Yes, Tournament of Champions. Okay. But that's okay. We're going to leave that for now. Let's go ahead and I think this is where we're heading. 12 days, 60,000 sea bills, some missions for some people, 2 skulls, some quick work for us to collect on, and potentially some decent salvage for us in way of the black market. Alright, let's see how travel goes. Also too, I don't think I checked out when our next month starts and when we have to pay, but it looks like we should get there beforehand. We're doing a few quick jumps, which is kind of handy. Getting lots of work done with minimal downtime.
Ready to go over financials whenever you are.
Okay, so there that is. That's all A-okay. We're not going to go ahead and pay anymore because we're already in a phenomenal spot with our morale. Let's just pay as is. Alright then, let's keep on moving. Medical...
Hey boss, we've just completed those upgrades.
Excellent. The medbay is now done. We're now back to 4 medical points. I think maybe it's one more day before our medical points return. But yeah, it looks like we're out for 17. Cosmo's out for 49. He was out for almost 100 days. So that is a very solid jump for us. Let's swing past those engineering upgrades and spend the final amount of money we are going to need to on the Argo, or at least as far as refitting is concerned. That's it. That's going to be the whole Argo sorted, and that means all of our sea bills are for weapons and mechs. That is incredibly exciting. All right.
Waypoint reached, Commander.
Okay, so we have arrived at Solaridion. Let's go ahead and visit the store, as is the typical course of action. Let's have a look at and see what they've got. Some decent mechs, another Victor. They've got themselves like an Irby, some autocannons, missiles, not too much energy related. Ooh. 2 UAC-5s. Okay, that's an interesting choice. That could be fun. You never know. And then... that's about it, really. What about the black market? What do we find there? Well, they have an Annihilator, an awesome Battlemaster's Javelins, Griffin. Hang on a second. Hello? That is a 2N, a Star League model Griffin. Now, you know what? That could be a direct upgrade to our current Shadowhawk. Turn that thing into a brawler. That could be incredibly nice for us, and it's affordable as it stands. We also see... hang on a second. Highlander... Ah, yes. 733p. Never mind. I thought for a second it was a different variant. Another Marauder to Delightful, but unfortunately not. Zeus 5T, we've already got one of those. Autocannons. Alright, well. Infernos. So extra volleys. Yeah, I guess... Oh, that's right. We don't really play around with Infernos much. We don't really have the great opportunity for that. Not a huge amount of damage, no stability, a little bit of heat, but it does... yeah, they're basically flamers on missiles. Let's see. I think that's about all. Oh, there is a UAC-5 over here for extra... Sorry, for less weight and recoil. A heat bank. But again, none of this stuff's particularly phenomenal. Alright, well, that's a disappointment. I was kind of hoping for a Gauss rifle at some point. We've been hanging on to our ammunition for it for quite some time. but I guess it's still not yet to be. So either way, that is where we're going to call things for today. We'll probably be picking up that Griffin sometime soon, but in the meantime, we have some contracts to fulfill. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.